video, I want to show you how to use the company financials page to do your equity research. So you can come onto this page by pressing this tab over here, and you'll be greeted with a search bar. All right, so we've obviously got some mega cap names over here, but if you want to search something specific, then you can search it as well. All right, in this video, I'm just going to search for ticker symbol CRWD. So you can put in the ticker symbol, or you can actually write the actual company name. Yep, so the company name should show up as well. All right, and then you've selected it, and once you're selected, you basically see all the information about the company. So there is a market cap here, beta, the 52-week highs and low, and how much volume is being traded. Okay, we'll give you some information about the company. You can see when did it IPO, etc., and giving a description of generally what the company is about, so you can research. And then there's trading information about some metrics over here, and then there's key financial metrics as well over here. At the bottom here, you can see there are similar companies. So generally, this company is in the software and infrastructure industry. So at the bottom here, there's going to be other companies which are in software infrastructure as well, right? So generally, you will compare yourself to these other companies at the same time. Yep. All right. On the second tab, there's the financials tab. So you can see everything from the income statement to the balance sheet, cash flow, and financial growth metrics as well. I'm just going to show you an example of one of it, so you can basically see how it looks like. So for example, in cash flows, if I select, for example, net income, and I select, maybe let's select free cash flow right here, right? What the app will do for you is that it will plot out according to a graph. Specifically the metrics that you have created, so that in general you can see a trend of how it's performing. If you don't want to see a bar chart, you can see a line graph over here, and this line graph you can see over here, but I'm just going to stick to a bar chart for now, right? And if you want to change the color, you can basically change the color. You can basically change the color of the graph itself. Yeah. Okay. If you want to put labels, you can put the label here, and then the data of the graph will actually show up for you. All right. So if you want to change the time range, this is a quarterly basis. You can change it on an annual basis, so that the data comes in on the yearly basis. And this company, it's only been reported 3 years, for example, because I put 3 years over here, right? If I want to put into the maximum, then I can show the maximum. You can clearly see. If I want to put it to a 10-year chart, okay, this company has not been in the market for more than 10 years. But yeah, you can basically change it over time. Yeah. And if you want to do a custom range, you can also put a custom range, and then you can select the number of years, for example. All right, so CrowdStrike is a very young company, so I probably won't do this. But you can see over here, it's like you can visualize the data very easily, so that you can basically see a trend of what is happening. All right, once you're done with that, you can also export the chart over here, and this will generate a chart export. And you can select, for example, the background color is black. I want it black instead. It'll change to black. Right? If I download the PNG here, if I press download, then a PNG file will basically come out as well. All right. And yep, what is the end result? The end result is going to be looking something like this, where you have a nice chart that is generated in an image format as well. All right. Yep. If you want to change the image size, you can, but most of the time you want the highest definition as well. All right. So that is pretty much it for the financials tab, and it's basically the same thing for the income statement, the balance sheet, and financial growth. You're basically just charting out, but you're also looking at numbers over here as well. All right. Over here, you can see you can sort it by different categories at the same time, right? Or you can select all. And then compact view and standard view. If a standard view is basically, there will be percentages over here, and then compact view is basically hiding that data at the same time. All right. If you want to go into dividends and splits, so I don't believe CrowdStrike actually pays dividends. So if I want to go, for example, if I'm not wrong, does Walmart pay dividend? I'm just going to search Walmart here, and you can see on the left hand side, Walmart comes up, right? And you can see Walmart does pay a dividend. So you can see like all of the dividends from the past dates and where are the payment amounts, right? And so you can basically chart that as well. If you want to put maximum, you can see how the dividend is growing over time, right? You can see this blue graph here. The dividend is basically growing over time, which is a good sign. Yeah. All right. If you want to export the chart, once again, you can do the same thing, and then you can export the chart, and then you can download this PNG for yourself. Yep. All right. Next will be earnings call. So this one here is the earnings transcript right here. Right now we are providing the full text over here, right? And basically you can read, but most of the time you probably don't want to read. maybe you want to save it as a PDF, and then it will save it as a PDF, and then you can open it. And if you want to see it, yeah, you can see it in your Word document or your Adobe file or whatever. Yep. In the future, we are gonna bring summaries, and then so basically you can talk to the earnings transcript basically from here at the same time. Yep. The next one would be a revenue segmentation. So you can see over here, what is this company actually selling? So Walmart, for example, you can see Sam's Club, Walmart International, Walmart USA. Walmart USA still contributes majority of the revenue compared to the international business. And the international business is growing faster than the US business, right? But all it seems to be growing quite fine as well. And then there's Sam's Club, right? You can change this to a bar chart as well, just to visualize it for yourself. You can even change the date. So if you want to see last year, right? And then geographical segments, okay, maybe I should change it to CrowdStrike right here. And then if I change it to a revenue segment and geographic, yeah, you can see over here, you can really see where the revenue is coming from. And majority of the revenue still comes from the US, with Europe and APAC basically contributing a smaller percentage as well. All right. So over here, you can see this is a software business, and it's just a very, very different type of product segment right here, which is they sell subscription software, and then they sell, I guess, consulting and services. Yep. All right. Next up would be key ratios. All right. So for example, key ratios is quite similar to the graphing that we've provided. What you want to do is you can just graph out your ratios if you care about a quick ratio, a current ratio, inventory turnover, etc., etc. Yep. And then lastly, historical earnings. So earnings is very much about understanding when the company is going to report the next amount of earnings. So Walmart over here is going to report in about 13 days or so. You can see from now. But this is important because you can see the historical charts, right? So this is on the EPS. I believe this is revenue, yes. So you can see here whether they have actually beat on the EPS or not, right? So sometimes some quarters they meet, sometimes they miss. Yeah, but basically you can basically track the performance over time. This is the maximum view. Yeah, it's a bit messy and stuff, but you just need to just move your mouse over this thing over here, right? Anytime you see a green, that's basically a beat. So the legend is over here. Green is a beat, red is a miss. And then if they've matched expectations, then it's this over here. All right. So this is basically how you use the company's financials page. And if you want to toggle in between the default view and the new view, then you can basically just use this toggle over here, right? And once again, if you want to add a new company, you just press this, or you just press the search bar, and you can basically search for a new company as well. So for example, Microsoft, and then Microsoft will basically be added over here. Yep. And then you can go ahead and analyze Microsoft for yourself.